Looking at managing now, which I guess this can also apply to seconds and valets. Well, what's the role of the manager or second or whatever it happens to be these days?
I don't know shit from apple butter about what the role is these days.
For instance, how
the art has somewhat been lost. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for instance, how can you add to the match without taking away from what the guys are doing in the ring?
Well, see, the thing is, I mean, that's easy. You time your spots. You augment the match. The manager is supposed to talk the people into the building or help talk them in. The manager is supposed to interfere in the finish. The manager is supposed to really get people riled up when the guys come to the ring. But when they're having their match, if it's arm drag and hip toss, double atomic drop, and double knockout in the middle of the ring, and down they go, boom, 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 then I should just be reacting to what's going on. Because even if there's 3 people in the building watching me, if I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm waiting for my next spot with a stone face while my guys are getting beat up or beating somebody up, then those 3 people know, well, okay, there's something going on here. But if my guys are beating somebody up and I'm like, yeah, get it, yeah, beautiful, yeah, I'm a cheerleader, right? I should be. They're my guys. I want to see them win. If they're getting their ass handed to them, oh, shit, then I can, fuck, jeez. For those 3 people that might, for some reason, possibly they lead very empty lives and they're watching me instead of the match. So at least they're going, yeah, fuck, boy, he's really upset. It makes it phony if you don't do that. But then now, in a match, invariably, for every spot and bing, bing, bing and big bump and all that stuff, there's also the part where there comes the chin lock or there comes the headlock or whatever. There's my time to fucking scream at the referee or to attract some attention to me so that also, while they're in the headlock and somebody's going, okay, one tackle, drop down, hip toss, move on the elbow, get it again, whatever, people are not watching them do that. They're watching me yell at the referee. They're watching me yell at the people in the front row. Don't be saying that shit you're saying. Whatever. As soon as they're in motion again, then I should be back watching intently because the match is the thing. And once again, a manager can be chased around the ring. I've had my shoes pulled off. I've had my pants pulled off. I've had all my clothes pulled off, and that was just in the Ring of Honor offices. I've had all kinds of shit done to me. I've been hit over the head with things, faces and cake. You can do all kinds of stuff because that way you don't have to do it to the wrestlers. The Midnight Express were not stripped or embarrassed or humiliated. Jim Cornette was. I always feel like the manager should not only be the funny one in terms of saying, and I was the funny guy in wrestling, right? I was the one who told all the jokes. Then when all wrestling got funny, I was the only one that got serious. I had to, because before I was the only one doing funny. When everybody started doing funny, okay, motherfuckers, I'll do serious. But the manager can be the funny one without taking heat off his guys. They're not getting dressed in a dress, I am. They're not getting their head shaved, I am. They're not getting tarred and feathered, I am. So they keep their heat and they try to save me and they come back and try to get even and I'm screaming, God damn, I'm your boss, I pay you, I'll give you any amount of money, kill those motherfuckers did that to me. So you can do stuff to the manager without taking heat off the wrestlers. And in matches, once again at ringside, to close up on your question, if I'm going to interfere in the match, I need to get in and get out. I need to do it behind the referee's back. I never take my eye off the referee because if the referee sees me, I expect him in an OVW. I tell this, if the referee sees an automatic disqualification, whether it be an over the top rope or a pile driver or somebody interfering, if he don't call it, I'm going to hit the ring and beat his ass because the referee is the authority. If the people don't believe in the referee, if the people think it's all just bullshit, that's why I couldn't stand that ECW-ish type of thing, and I hate all this modern wrestling where people just come in that are not involved in the match, run in and do shit, and the referee's standing there, and here comes a chair. Why is a chair in the ring? Is it a no DQ match? Well, if it's not a no DQ match, why didn't somebody get disqualified? Because if you don't have any rules, you can't break the rules. If you can't break the rules, you can't get any heat on somebody. Because if there are no rules, you're not a heel for taking a chainsaw and cutting a dog's head off. So that's a manager has to get in and get out and interfere, not be seen by the referee, boom, 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 but not distract from the overall match, augment it. Okay. And that's, once again, the pace of some of these matches these days and the way that people come in and out and back and forth. If I'm a first-time viewer, I think every match should be constructed so that A wrestling fan can enjoy it and not only understand it, but understand the subtleties. But a first-time viewer that's just clicking the channels can go, oh, shit. And he knows one guy's trying to beat the other guy. You don't have to explain to him or have graphics on the screen, well, this guy actually is allowed to use a chair because of so-and-so and such, and, you know, these people are allowed to run in, and who's responsible for this? What's the referee doing? He's just standing there. I talk to my dentist a lot. My dentist watches our show because he's my dentist, but he's not a huge wrestling fan, so he asks the questions that a lot of casual fans will ask. Well, now wait a minute. Why were those two guys yelling at each other like that, but they didn't fight? Good question. Why didn't they fucking fight that night? Maybe I did it wrong. Anyway.
Okay. Switching over to tag team wrestling now. Is the psychology of tag team wrestling pretty much the same as singles wrestling?
Kind of, sort of, but not really. And you know, and once again, now they're asking me questions here, folks, like I just came down from the Sermon on the Mount with these stone tablets. As Ole Anderson said to me, Cornette, I used to think you were a dumb fuck, but so many other dumb fucks have come along that are worse than you. You moved up the ladder without doing anything.